What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the At the Horn podcast. My name is Sammy Hall, and I'm joined by my co-hosts, Evan Levine, Evan Stern, Anthony and Bimbo. And depending on when this podcast comes out, you may or may not have met our newest host, Nick Valenti, a welcome addition to the squad. He's going to really provide a lot for us. So, Nick, welcome, and guys, let's get it done. All right.
Real quick before you get started, Trace McSorley, quick shout out to my boy.
Yeah.
Third string quarterback for the Ravens coming in tonight, throwing his first career touchdown.
Yeah,
we're currently filming this on Wednesday.
Right after the Steelers beat the Ravens. But Trace McSorley, coming in throwing a 70-yard touchdown pass. So shout out to Trace McSorley.
121 QBR. He's the best of all time.
Right. Okay, so let me read off the standings. So we picked our Week 11 games. We didn't pick Week 12 due to some scheduling conflicts. So my current standings, it was not a great week overall for the podcast. Evan Levine in the pole position at 7-6, followed by Stern and I. We're at 6 and 7, and then Anthony in last at 5 and 8, and then Nick obviously is 0-0, considering he didn't pick. Okay, so let's get into it here. Week 13. Gonna be honest, looking at the schedule, not a lot of great games on tap, but nonetheless, we'll get picking. So the first game we're going to talk about is the Cleveland Browns traveling to Tennessee to face the Titans. And for me, I'm going to take Ryan Tannehill and the Titans in this one, simply due to the fact that I think these are two teams that are run-heavy offenses. Their quarterbacks, I mean, they're solid quarterbacks, but obviously they rely on their star running backs. And it's just the matchup of Henry versus Chubb, and as good as Chubb is, I'm just going to take Henry, and I think the Titans are just a better overall team. So I'm taking the Titans.
Yeah, I like the Titans big in this one. I think I said this before. I don't really believe in the Browns. I think the offense relies strictly on Chubb and Hunt, and as good as they've been this season, they won't keep up with Tennessee, especially after a big win last week for Tennessee.
Yeah, I agree with Stern. I think that the Browns are very one-dimensional, while the Titans, yes, they do rely on Derrick Henry a lot, but Tannehill can still get it done in the passing game. So I think because of that, the Titans will be able to slow down a little bit of the run. They're going to force Baker Mayfield to throw the ball, and that usually doesn't go very well. And I think the Titans are going to run away with this one easily.
Yeah, I also got the Titans here. I just don't think the Cleveland defense can get it done, especially giving up all those points to the Jaguars' horrid, disgusting offense last week. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got. I got Titans.
I'm going to make it a clean 100 across the board. I'm going to take the Titans in Week 13.
Okay, so and maybe what could be one of the more competitive games on the schedule. We all go with the Titans, and I don't have any complaints with that. So the next game is the Las Vegas Raiders, fresh off getting absolutely pummeled by Atlanta, traveling to MetLife Stadium to play the Jets. And guys, I'm going to be honest, I'm taking the Raiders on this one, and I don't think I have much of reasoning to explain. Adam Gase sucks, so I'm picking the Raiders. Sorry, Dad.
Absolutely no discussion on this one. Raiders by 1 million.
Yeah, I don't think I need to really formulate an opinion. I just think the Raiders really need to pick up a win after last week's embarrassing defeat to the Falcons, and I think the Jets are just terrible at football in every aspect, so give me the Raiders.
Raiders by 10,000.
So I'm a veteran at picking the Jets.
Pick the Jets.
No, I'm gonna go the Raiders.
Do it. Pick the Jets. Pick the Jets.
No, because Trent Brown and LaMarcus Joyner have both been activated off the injury reserve.
I don't care.
That just adds some
Pick
more.
the goddamn Jets, Anthony.
I picked them once, and now I'm in last place in the standings. I'm going Oakland. That's fine. Or Las Vegas, wherever they're from. That's final.
All right. Well, I think regardless of Trent Brown's availability, I think the Raiders were going to take this one. And if they don't, well, I guess we're all good. So Jacksonville, Minnesota next. Another team vying for Trevor Lawrence. And Mike Glennon is starting at QB for the second straight week for Jacksonville. Nonetheless, I'm taking Minnesota pretty handedly. So.
Yeah, kind of interesting to see that Minshew is back, but he's still not he's not starting. They're gonna start Mike Lennon. But yeah, I mean, they made it competitive last week, but I think the Vikings win this game.
This one's a tough for me actually because I was watching a lot of the Jaguars game last week against the Browns because I have James Robinson on my fantasy team and I love to watch him tear it up. But nonetheless, Mike Glennon didn't look that bad, and I feel really weird saying that.
What are you on? What are you on?
He did not look that bad.
I watched the full game.
But I also watched the whole Packers game, Evan,
Listen,
and Aaron Rodgers is not bad, but that's for me.
Listen, I will admit he is not a starting quarterback in the NFL. He missed some throws, but he also made some nice throws. And I mean, this is a Vikings defense that has improved a little bit like over the year, but I think having Mike Glenn be able to throw the ball just a little bit, Keelan Cole, I don't know if Chark's coming back, but I think there needs to be a surprise pick this week.
Our first upset.
I'm gonna take the Jaguars this week.
Nice.
Well, on the contrary here, I'm going to take Minnesota because Thielen's coming back and, Thielen's pretty good. So I can't believe you said Mike Glennon's good. Mike Glennon is horrible.
I did not say he was good. I said he looked solid.
You said
there is no part of me that thinks that Mike Glennon is a good quarterback.
What's my deal with
it's a better
Mike
take
Glennon?
than you saying
it's
that
Mike
Aaron
Glennon.
Rodgers is overrated.
Sue me.
I mean, I will.
I'm taking Minnesota.
Just to move it along here.
Done.
So to reiterate what Evan said in the beginning, on the contrary, I'm going with the Jaguars here. So
Let's go.
Dalvin Cook got murdered last week. He may not play. Keep that in mind. Kirk Cousins, while he may have shown some promise going 11 for 11 in the fourth quarter. Okay. Thank you, medical staff, Evan.
He will tear it up.
No, so I'm taking the Jaguars here. I watched the game. Mike Glennon, I will vouch for him. He's not a starting quarterback in the league, but he looks solid. I'm a big fan of Mike Glennon. And James Robinson.
For not playing in a while, he wasn't that bad.
Wasn't that bad. And then I'm pretty sure they get Chark back. I'm like 99% positive. And the defense hasn't looked that terrible this year.
And
like,
James
way better
Robinson
than
is the GOAT.
Literally, top 5 running back in the league this year, at least fantasy standings wise. So yeah, I'm gonna go upset pick. Go Jacksonville over the Vikings by over 7 points.
I love it. I love it, Anthony.
Over 7
over
points?
7 points.
I love it.
Holy crap, dude.
This explains why Anthony did so bad the other week. So
you think Aaron Rodgers is overrated, dude?
Don't care. I'm right.
Next game, Sam. I'm done.
Okay. Cincinnati, led by Brandon Allen, the terrific quarterback, travels to Miami to face the Dolphins. And listen, the Bengals are not a great football team either. Brandon Allen struggled. It was against a good Giants defense, but it's Brandon Allen. And I think Tua or Fitzpatrick, whoever's playing QB this week, they just have a better team. They have a better coach. They just are a better franchise. So Miami Dolphins at home for me.
It hurts me to say, but I got to agree with you. I think the Dolphins win this one.
Yeah, I don't really have much to say about this. I'm taking the Dolphins no matter who's at quarterback.
Yeah, I also have the Dolphins in this one. I'm a big fan of Fitzpatrick, and I hope he does start this week. He's a good team player, and I wouldn't mind seeing some Tua in there also.
I love it.
You just contradicted yourself.
Well, I want to see Fitzpatrick start.
I love Evan.
Quarterback system.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to take the Dolphins. Safe pick here.
All right. Clean sweep for Miami. Not necessarily surprising. The next game, maybe one of the better games, the Indianapolis Colts facing their division rival Houston Texans. Houston, big win against the Lions on Thanksgiving. Not surprising. The Lions are horrible.
Not that big of a win.
But big in terms of points.
Look at him. Look at him.
Levine is a bit disappointed about the Lions. Let me just say what I got to say. Houston lost their probably the best receiver, Will Fuller, Bradley Roby to PD suspensions. Bradley Roby, obviously the cornerback. And I think Indianapolis is pretty good. They're just a well-rounded team. I like Michael Pittman, the rookie out of USC. I think he's a really good receiver. So, I mean, that doesn't really change my pick. I'm going to take the Colts anyways, but shout out to Michael Pittman.
Yeah, it's an interesting matchup, and I think if we saw this matchup 1 or 2 weeks ago, it would be a little better. But Will Fuller's a big part of that Texans offense, and losing him is a huge blow for them. Deshaun Watson already low on weapons, not the best running game. But yeah, I completely agree. I think the Colts are a very well-rounded team. I like the Colts in this one.
Yeah, I agree with Stern. I think if this game was played a few weeks earlier, I think the Texans would definitely give them a run for their money. But not having Roby and not having Will Fuller are big losses for their team. And even I'm not sure when David Johnson comes back, even if he does come back this week, he's just not a good running back. So I don't think he's going to make a difference to the offense. The Colts are getting back to Forrest Buckner this week, too. I know they didn't have him last week. So I think the defense is going to be formidable again after a tough week against Tennessee, and I think they're going to easily win this one.
Yeah, also the Colts here. The Colts defense is just too much.
Yeah, I mean, last week, if this game had happened, I would have taken the Texans 100%. If they had a healthy Roby and Will Fuller, I think they'd ride the momentum from last week. But I can't go against the Colts against this terrible Houston team. Going with Indianapolis here.
Yeah, 2 big losses for sure for Houston. The next game, the Detroit Lions traveling to Chicago to face the Chicago Bears. Yeah, this is a pretty putrid matchup. 2 reeling franchises, both of which
2 disgustingly bad football teams.
Yeah, Bears on a 5-game streak. The Lions have just been incompetent for the last, 50 years, how long they've been around. So I don't even know who I want to pick here. Should I pick a tie? No.
That would be the most amazing thing in the world. You picked a tie and it was right. I would give you all the money in my bank account.
If I pick a tie, will it count as a loss? If it's not, yeah, it will. All right.
Yes, it would, obviously.
So, do I like Trubisky or Stafford better? I'm taking the Lions. Surprising, but I am, and it's just because I think the Bears.
Look at him.
The Lions. I know they may have better. Their quarterback is just god awful compared to Stafford. I think Stafford's pretty good. So I'm taking the Lions. I probably will regret it, but I'm taking the Lions.
I think the QB room in Chicago is quite interesting. 2 bad quarterbacks. Also, we're talking about a Lions franchise that has just been miserable, to say the least. No longer Matt Patricia. Does it help the Lions? I don't know this week. I think the Bears get back on track. I like the Bears in this one.
Yeah, it's tough. This is going to be a game that I'm definitely not going to watch because I really like football, and I'm not sure if this really is football. But anyways, the Bears, I got to take the Bears. And the reason why is because the Detroit Lions were struggling to score.
No, it's just because you want to watch me struggle. Let's be honest.
Let me finish. The Detroit Lions on Thanksgiving, their day, struggled to score against a poor Texans defense. Poor. That defense is horrendous, with Bradley Roby or without. And I don't care. Swift didn't play or whatever. You add DeAndre Swift, their offense is going to be a little bit better. But let's just face the facts. First of all, Matthew Stafford is not a Hall of Fame quarterback for all the Lions fans that think he is. He's not. He was so bad that Megatron wanted to quit early, and he's one of the best receivers of all time. So let's just get that out of the way. That offensive line is horrendous, and your defense is also horrendous. So the Bears defense, still formidable. Yes, they gave up a ton of points to overrated quarterback Aaron Rodgers, but that's besides the point. I think the Bears offense is going to be able to move the ball enough on the Lions to be able to win this game. So give me the Bears. Love you, Evan.
I'm not even going to address what just occurred. I can't. I just can't. The fact that you just said that Matthew Stafford was the reason Calvin Johnson retired from football. Did you even watch the Lions? Do you watch the Lions? You don't. That shows. It shows.
No, I do. Because I have Kenny Galladay on my fantasy team, but he clearly doesn't want to play for them either. That's why he's sitting out every week.
I'm not denying. Who would want to play for freaking Matt Patricia either? He's gone. He is long gone.
It's not just the coach. It's just the team itself. Who would want to play for a team that's historically good at losing?
I'm taking the Lions. Obvious reason.
You have a reason why?
He likes them.
Oh, yeah. My bad.
No, I think it will be a close game. I think DeAndre Swift coming back helps them, but
yeah, I think they're both so bad that it's going to be a close game.
Yeah. No, Matt Nagy was not happy with his squad this week, per Twitter.
They got blown out.
Yeah.
It was a terrible game.
Yeah, they're gonna the Lions are in for another rough week. And another rough week for Evan Levine's Twitter handle.
Bims?
Yeah, I'm going Bears. That's all I gotta
say. All right. The last 1:00 game, I think, right? Actually, I don't know.
Yeah.
New Orleans Saints playing the Atlanta Falcons. And listen, so the last time they played, which was literally 2 weeks ago, I picked the Falcons in an upset. They didn't win. But you know what? I'm going with the Falcons again in an upset pick over the number 1 seeded Saints. Give me Raheem Morris' squad. They've been rejuvenated ever since Dan Quinn's firing. I know they're historically known for choking, but that's okay. I'm taking the Falcons in an upset pick at home.
Made the same exact pick 2 weeks ago, and I'm making the same exact pick this week. I like the Falcons in this one.
2 for the Falcons.
I agree. I think this is going to be a lot better game than it was last time. I think playing at home is going to make a difference. Just watching that game, though, Matt Ryan was just under so much duress. He had no time to throw the ball, and he can't move out of the pocket anymore. And, it's tough, but the Falcons played a great game last week against a solid Las Vegas team. But the Saints have too much firepower. I got to go with the Saints.
I'm going to disagree with you here, Nick. I'm going to go with the Falcons. I really like the Falcons offense last week, and I think they can pull out a win.
I think the Falcons picks are good. I think they actually have a shot to win. I think this will actually be a good game.
Very hard to beat a team twice.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Saints in this one, though. While I think the Falcons have a very legitimate shot at winning this, I feel like right now the Saints aren't going to lose this type of game. Like, this is really big for them. They could really just shut down the division with a win this week, and I don't think they lose this one.
Okay, so we're split on Saints-Falcons. And the first 4:00 game we're going to talk about is the Los Angeles Rams traveling to Arizona to play Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. This probably is one of the best games of the week. It's hard to say. The Rams had a tough loss last week, a bit of a surprising loss. So did the Cardinals, though. I'm going to take the Rams in this one, and the reason being, the Giants haven't played the Cardinals yet, right? So I haven't been able to watch much of the Cardinals. I know they're a very good team, high-powered offense. I think the Rams are just a very well-rounded squad. They have good playmakers on both sides of the ball. They have a very good coach, obviously, in Sean McVay. And I just think, especially after maybe an unexpected loss last week, I can't see a team really as good as the Rams faltering 2 weeks in a row in a game that it's actually kind of a toss-up. I'm taking the Rams, though.
I'm about the biggest Kyler Murray fan on the planet here. The Cardinals will win this week. No doubt about it. It'll be a hell of a game, but I like Kyler Murray in this one.
Yeah, I think this is a tough one to choose from just because both teams are coming off of games that everyone expected them to win. I think the 49ers defense against the Rams last week performed really well, and I think the Cardinals defense is a lot weaker. So And I think the Rams have to rebound from that game. I mean, Goff looked terrible. I think he's going to bounce back. I'm going to take the Rams.
Yeah, I'm going to actually take the Cardinals here. I don't think the Rams have been particularly good in their division this year. I think Kyler Murray's going to come out there and shock the Rams' very good defense. And yeah.
I'm gonna go Rams here because I feel like that defense is too much. I feel like the Cardinals can't win without a good DeAndre Hopkins game. They proved that over the past couple of weeks. I have Hopkins in fantasy. I would know. He's had two games over the past 2 weeks, and they've lost both games. You figure Jalen Ramsey, the best corner in the league, will probably lock him down this week. I mean, he could surprise me and go off.
Who is James Bradbury?
Stephon Gilmore.
James Bradbury. No, I'm kidding. I'm a biased Giants fan. It's
Bradbury's
Gilmore.
Top 3.
Gilmore's the best corner in the league. Ramsey's the second best corner in the league. Marlon Humphrey's the third best corner in the league. Bradbury's the fourth best corner in the league.
I think I can completely agree with that.
Yeah, I think that's fair. No one talks about Marlon Humphrey. Marlon Humphrey is a very good football player.
He had a bad game today, though. I don't know if you guys saw that. He didn't look that great.
I think DeAndre Hopkins actually has a good game this week, though, Anthony.
I hope so. I need him too. But yeah, I'm still going to take the Rams regardless.
He's open for a good game from Diop, but he's picking the Rams.
All right, so the Evans are on Arizona here. Well, me and Nick and Anthony take the Rams. The next game we're going to talk about is the New York Giants facing the Seattle Seahawks. And listen, I know the Giants are very underhanded, or they could be without their quarterback, Daniel Jones. You're never going to catch me picking against the Giants in this podcast. And I'll lay out a reason why I think the Giants can win this game.
Oh, God, you got to be kidding. I'm a Giants fan, dude. You got to be kidding me.
I'm picking the Giants, and I'll tell you why. I think their defense is up there, the best defenses in the NFL. I know the Seahawks are a very good offense, but I think that they have the players that they can compete in Seattle with this offense. Logan Ryan, Bradbury, Peppers, they're playing out of their minds right now. And they have a great defensive line, and Tomlinson Lawrence. Leonard Williams, and they have one of the best linebackers in the league in Blake Martinez. I think that defense is up there with the best one in the league. I'm probably going to be the only one that picks the G-Men here, but I'm never not going to pick the G-Men, so I'm going with the Giants on the road in Seattle.
I think that the Giants' defense has been good, but you also have to take into consideration they play in the worst division in the NFL. So the sample size is not perfect here. Seattle's among the best offenses in the league, and Seattle is going to steamroll the Giants this week.
Yeah, I mean, whether Jones plays or not, Seahawks. That's it.
Yeah, I'm also going to take the Seahawks here. I don't think it really matters if Daniel Jones plays or not. As you guys just said, I think that definitely having the home field advantage in Seattle, regardless of the fans, is a pretty big advantage for Seahawks. It's intimidating.
Come on, Anthony.
And it's a good team.
All right, so I've been thinking about this game a lot because I'm a Giants fan, and I feel like it really all depends on if Daniel Jones plays or not. And signs have been pointing to no, but there's still a chance. Like a lot of people like to hate on Daniel Jones, and I was one of those people after the Bucs game. He sucked, but over the past couple of weeks, he has looked like a much better quarterback. And if you've watched the games, you'll admit that he's been more consistent. He hasn't turned the ball over as much. I've liked what I've seen. It's shown like a little bit of development, but this is really a toss-up. I can't vote against the Giants, so I'm going to take the Giants here on account that the Eagles. They did not – okay, so their offense was terrible, but they held the Seahawks to relatively few points considering DK Metcalf threw up almost 200 yards receiving. And the Eagles defense, if the Eagles defense can do that, I think the Giants defense can do that and so much more, and that's why I'm taking the Giants. Even with Colt McCoy, Alex Tanney, or Tanner or whatever his name is, Houston, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I tried to keep my point minimal, but now I need to talk because this is just embarrassing.
I can't wait until Russell Wilson just demolishes Giants defense.
So I agree. Daniel Jones has been improving a little bit over the past few weeks, but watching the Cincinnati Bengals game, he threw maybe 4 passes that should have been picked off, and probably 2 of them should have went to the house. So yes, he's fumbling less, but he's still throwing passes that are deserving of turnovers. And so even if he does not play, I don't care if Colt McCoy has 7 weeks to prepare with this team. Colt McCoy is not a good quarterback. There's a reason why he was drafted early and he had to stop being a starting quarterback because he was terrible at being a quarterback. Therefore, Seahawks, no matter who, they could freaking ask Kyler Murray to come be traded to the Giants and play that game for them, and it does not matter. The Seahawks are winning.
Seahawks defense is going to have a good week.
All right, so we're going to kind of have to move along fast here due to the time constraints of Zoom. We're going to pick Patriots at the Chargers, and I feel like this is another tough game. Patriots had a big win. I hate the Patriots, but I'm not going to pick against them here. I'm picking the Patriots on the road in the new SoFi Stadium against the Chargers.
Yeah, I'm never going to pick against the Patriots, essentially. I'm a little worried this week. I think it's going to be a shootout of a game. I just hate Cam Newton at this point, but Patriots will win.
Yeah, give me the Patriots just solely because the Chargers are poorly coached and they're a little bit like the Falcons, can't hold leads. I think they'll get off to a hot start. Patriots will start off slow. They'll kick in, and the Patriots are going to end up winning it.
Yeah, I also got New England here. I think Bill Belichick is going to come into this game very well prepared, and it's not going to be a close game, and I'm predicting New England actually going to blow out the Chargers.
I'm going to mix it up a little bit here. I like Justin Herbert a lot. Just for the sake of it, I'm going to go Chargers here. I think Justin Herbert's just an insane quarterback for a rookie, and while the Patriots defense is pretty solid and it's held up well considering all the guys that have gone down because of the whole COVID thing, I'm going to take Chargers here.
Okay, Philly at Green Bay. I'm taking Green Bay easy.
Green Bay.
Yeah, Green Bay. No doubt.
Aaron Rodgers is very good, actually, too.
I'm taking Green Bay, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm going Green Bay here.
All right, clean sweep.
Can we all just say clean sweep for Chiefs Broncos right now? Can we just get that out of the way?
Can we just
Can we just get Steelers, Washington,
so
and Broncos
fast.
Chiefs as
Not
clean
the
sweeps?
Steelers.
I'm taking the Chiefs.
Mm-mm.
Hey, Evan, be quiet.
Okay.
All right. So, Stern, you had not so fast. Tell me what you're thinking.
Wait, what?
No, you
Football
said-
team and Steelers, you said not so fast.
Okay, so
For football team and Steelers? Yeah, I actually
Hold on. Stern, hold
No,
on.
This
you're
game-
not.
Everyone took the Chiefs. Okay, I'm just trying to write
Yep.
this down. All right, so we're all taking the Steelers except for Stern.
I'm taking the football team.
I'm taking
What
the
is
football
wrong with
team.
you
I'm
guys?
taking the Steelers.
No,
Taking
I'm
the Steelers, taking the Steelers.
lock it
Never
in.
mind.
The Washington football team shocks the world this week.
Stop.
Kind of a short week for the Steelers.
Dude, I don't care.
Oh, Bud Dupree tore his ACL.
Nope.
I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, Stern.
You know, I'm also taking football team.
Oh my God, you
Let's
guys
go.
are
Hop on the
joke.
train. Hop
Sam,
on the
you got me
train,
down.
The
baby.
football
right?
team didn't look bad on Thanksgiving.
They're not terrible.
Dude, they played the
defense looked
Cowgirls.
good.
They played.
All right,
They played the
relax.
Dallas Cowgirls.
Relax. When the football team
You just
wins
said
this
Mike
week,
Glennon just
I
looked
called
good.
it.
Come on.
Evan
I
Levine,
said he
you
looked
said Aaron
solid for
Rodgers.
not
Aaron Rodgers.
playing football for a
You have
while.
lost all credibility.
Next game.
You think Aaron Rodgers is overrated?
He is. Watch. Just watch.
Dude, we've been watching.
I watched for 12 weeks in a row. He showed up
12 years in a
Single
row.
time.
Yeah, I've been watching my whole life.
All right, Anthony. Sorry, so you're taking who?
I'm taking Pittsburgh here. I changed my mind last second. I'm a big football team supporter, even though I'm a Giants fan. I think they're pretty good. I think they're underrated. Not a supporter. That's a bad term. But I think they're very underrated. I just can't see them beating Pittsburgh.
Okay. 49ers playing their home game in Arizona against the visiting Buffalo Bills. And I think the 49ers are not really good. Especially, I never thought Jimmy Garoppolo was good. Nick Mullins, I know he absolutely lit up the Giants in Week 3, but I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills on the road on Monday night.
I'm going to second that.
Yeah, give me the Bills. That's really it.
Oh my God, Woj bomb. You see that?
No.
Westbrook just got traded to the Wizards.
What?
Who?
For John
right.
Wall.
Let's finish this. Emergency
podcast after this. Emergency podcast after.
All right, we'll do it after. Hold on. Everybody be quiet. Evan Levine, Bills or 49ers?
I'm taking the Bills because the 49ers are plagued.
Anthony, who?
Yeah, Bills.
Okay. Last game, Dallas.
Cowboys Ravens is a clean sweep for the Ravens. No, the Cowboys stink.
All right, Ravens.
Yeah, I think we can all agree that the Ravens are going to win that
I'm
game.
going to pick the Ravens here.
All right.
All right.
Love the dramatic effect.
Sorry, guys, we're going fast, but thank you guys for tuning into our Week 13 podcast. Like I said, we're going fast because the whole Zoom thing, we have kind of like a limited amount of time, and the timer's kind of ticking down on our screen.
We will find a better platform soon.
Yeah, we're gonna figure this out. We've had a lot of technical difficulties. We filmed an MLB free agency podcast and also just a playoff picture preview in Week 13 a couple days ago. Those still have yet to go up. So by the time this one goes up, we'll see which ones are available for you guys to listen to. But thank you regardless for tuning in. We're going to film a new podcast shortly here about the Russell Westbrook trade that just went down. I know there was a lot of pandemonium, so I'll read it to you quickly. Adrian Wojnarowski reports that the Houston Rockets trade Russell Westbrook to the Washington Wizards for John Wall and a first-round pick. This is incredibly interesting. We're going to get into it in a little bit. Thank you guys for listening. We'll catch you next time. Peace.